So, Leute, wir reisen jetzt zum Bizarre. Es sei denn, es kommt wieder was dazwischen. Also auf zum Bizarre. Let's go.
Hey gang, time for another episode of Rocky Mountain Monsters. We're in a part of the mountains where there have been sightings of a huge, hairy giant lurking in the woods. The locals say it's a mutant cannibal hobo called Melvin. I say it's Bigfoot. Stay tuned.
Hallo, du sollst da runter. So, wo ist dieser Bizarre?
My pleasure to bid you welcome to the bazaar. Come in, for the night air is chill, your wall is heavy, and our goods plentiful. Bring us your wealthy, your rich, your full purses, and if you can't afford it, just stay away. This has been a Monster Army production.
Was haben wir denn hier? Ah, Clown-Museum.
Clown Museum in Arriba. Take the tour, then visit El Big Top and learn what it really means to be a clown. Children under 10 are
auf Clowns habe ich jetzt kein
We can't
Interesse.
get enough of those cabronitos. Arriba, los payasos.
Bizarre. Okay, dann ab zum Bizarre. Okay, dann wollen wir mal.
Please. I assure you, your bizarre shopping experience is completely safe.
Was haben wir denn
You may
hier?
have folks fooled, Amanda, but not me.
Wow.
I know something is fishy here, and I'm leaving.
So, das hat sich ja mal gelohnt, hier ein bisschen was zu
Over here,
machen.
friends. Welcome.
Krass. Ja, das hat sich ja doch mal gelohnt schon am Anfang. So, vor euch steht ein Mann in einem äußerst sauberen, gepflegten Anzug. Er verbeugt sich mit einer großen Geste, als ihr euch nähert und quatscht sofort charmant drauf los.
Salutations and assorted felicitations. Welcome to the bazaar, the marketplace of the unusual. I've not seen you here before. Know this, the bazaar can be found underneath our feet, buried by layers of snow. You can purchase an entrance pass at the door from our esteemed hosts, the Monster Army. Or, if you lack the funds, simply find an established merchant to vouch for you.
Warum ist die Frau gegangen?
Oh, a misunderstanding, I assure you. There have been some troubles in the bazaar of late. But nothing our esteemed hosts, the Monster Army, can't resolve. I assure you, inside the bazaar awaits a satisfying and secure shopping experience. Up the ramp, you'll find the door to the bazaar, covered by a vehicle. My name is Ananda Rabindranath, Manorite missionary, merchant, and your humble servant. I was assigned to answer any questions you may have. Felicitations. It is simple. To get inside, you need an entrance pass. You can purchase one at the door, or find an established bazaar merchant to vouch for you. Any bazaar merchant. Of course, they are usually found inside the bazaar, not out here. In the encampment behind me, you could find some hopefuls looking to get in. Perhaps if you can aid them, they can aid you. Would that I could, but we are limited in how often we can vouch for outsiders. In theory, yes. But those of us who have a pass tend to safeguard it with our lives, so it is highly unlikely you would get to use another person's pass. I have heard of people giving their entrance passes to family members. Perhaps you have a rich uncle. Occasionally people disappear in the nearby ruins, and strangers acquire their pass. I'm sure I don't need to say this behavior is most untrustworthy and impolite. I can only hope I will have the answers you seek. It is common wisdom to keep one's mouth shut when one lacks courteous things to say. Truly, I find the very idea of smuggling people revolting. With that said, if I were a less discreet person, I'd suggest that you drive out to the old parking garage down the road to the north. Who knows? You may find your answers there. Ah, I thank you. It is a pleasure to meet people of taste, a true rarity in these uncivilized lands. I endeavored to provide the teachings of Mr. Manners to those inside the bazaar. Alas, they seem to prefer that I spread the good word out here instead. A folly, I think. But who am I to question our gracious hosts? You do seem like people of refined taste, without a doubt. But a man of class does not abandon his employer at an inopportune moment. I don't wish to speak out of turn, but this is a dangerous time for the bazaar. Friends, go inside, speak to Mr. Jacob Martin, or as others call him, Flab. When the bazaar is safe again, my conscience will be clear, and I will be most pleased to join you. Then I will endeavor to supply more answers. Ah, true cosmopolites, I see. Indeed, a Mannerite is one of the rare few fortunate enough to operate under the auspice of Mr. Manners, proponent of good behavior in these ugly times. Most of us reside in Angel Oracle, but I chose to travel and spread the word. We Mannerites believe that poise is only second to godliness. To live is to comport oneself with exquisite grace. If you're curious, I'd be more than happy to supply a copy of our holiest scripture, the Book of Nauseatingly Correct Manners. May it help you as much as it did me, and find your path to a life of civility. Of course. Our immediate environs are a safe area, protected by the monster army. Wander outside these confines, and safety is not guaranteed. I can't tell you more, as I've never ventured out there myself. They are the organization in charge of the bazaar. I've heard tales that once they were truly a monstrous gang, spreading fear all throughout Colorado. I'm happy to tell you that their current incarnation is much more sophisticated and civilized, though they have a ways to go. They are led by Mr. Jacob Martin, colloquially known as Flab the Inhaler, a man who has truly embraced his position and leads this place with panache. I do wish he had a better tailor, though. You can find him inside the bazaar proper, as he rarely ventures outside. They are the organization in charge of the bazaar. I've heard tales that once they were truly a monstrous gang, spreading fear all throughout Colorado. I'm happy to tell you that their current incarnation is much more sophisticated and civilized, though they have a ways to go. They are led by Mr. Jacob Martin, colloquially known as Flab the Inhaler, a man who has truly embraced his position and leads this place with panache. I do wish he had a better tailor, though. You can find him inside the bazaar proper, as he rarely ventures outside. Find me in the camp if you have need of me again.
If civilization collapses, all of Colorado Springs will look like this.
The Book of Nauseatingly Correct Manners, Chapter 1, on the proper use of etiquette. It is a common misconception that etiquette exists as a means of affirming one's social status at the expense of the uninitiated. That is, it serves as a barrier to keep the uncivilized apart from their betters. Of course, nothing could be further from the truth. Etiquette and proper manners are the glue that binds civilized society together, and it is the duty of civilized persons to educate the less fortunate for the betterment of all. Proper etiquette, gentle reader, is the balm that soothes the savage beast.
Okay, wir haben ein schönes Buch
You'd
bekommen.
think with all these people
You
waiting to
promised to
get
buy me
in,
a
the
new
bazaar
coat when
would
we
be
get inside,
amazing.
remember?
You'd think.
Tja, wir fangen mal an. Hier.
Hi. Hey there. Hi. Yeah, I'm Paris. Trying to get into the bazaar to sell my dyes. Same as you, I imagine. The getting into the bazaar part, not the dyes. Unless you do dyes, which is totally cool by me if you do. Hi. Refugees? Don't know about that. I mean, everyone here looks like they're refugees. Have you seen us? It's cold here. Brr. Try Ananda. He's this really well-dressed guy. Comes out here a lot preaching waistcoats or something. He knows everybody. I'm trying to become a licensed merchant in the bazaar. The Monster Army says I gotta make a dye the exact color of blood, which is hard, because everyone's got an opinion, but no one can agree on the hue. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know anything about dyes, huh? It'd be just peaches if you could help. I could even pay you, a little at least. My dye table is right over there. Decoration, I suppose? Or, I don't know, really. I didn't think to ask, to be honest. Them? They're hoping someone would sell them an entrance pass or help them get inside. The bazaar's got this code, you see? Unless you're a big shot Flab can't do without, you're not allowed to come in. Anyhow... Flab's, the leader of the bazaar. He's a big guy, which is why everyone calls him Flab, you know? It's kinda mean, but Flab doesn't seem to mind, so whatever, I guess. Yeah. So long.
This is our first visit to the bazaar.
This is gonna cost a fortune, but it'll be worth it.
Talk to Ananda if you need to know more about how to get into the bazaar.
I promised my wife I'd buy her something nice in the bazaar. But how will I get in?
Okay, ich bin keinen Schritt weiter.
Looking to get into the bazaar? Good luck.
Okay.
Ha! I see you have come from afar. Well, your travels are amply rewarded. for you have reached the one and only, the seer of fortunes and teller of truths, the great Gurn! Yes, I know. Your ears can scarce believe what you're seeing. Ah, but it is indeed I, ready to tell your fortunes. Wisely chosen. Those who do not prepare for the future are clowns. To begin, you must think of your favorite color. Concentrate solely on the color. Let the color completely fill your mind. Estás ready? Nonsense, you must! Fine then, think of any color you like. Just let it fill your mind. I see an ocean of waves. Your color is blue. Apologies. I was impatient. Now I see you're riding the waves toward the warmth of a red sun. It must be so. Red is the color you are thinking. Of course, the story is not done. It's not blue waves you are riding, it's blue ice. And the red sun, it is not you that moves toward it. It's the red flames that fly towards you. But then there is peace, and you are surrounded by trees, many green trees. Green must be the color you were thinking of. Relájate. It is not your fault. With time comes knowledge, and with knowledge comes clarity. I must know more before we can continue. Tell me, what is it that brought you to these lands?
Der Kerl ist wirklich sehr kreativ, das müssen wir ihn lassen, aber...
Nothing can be hidden from Gurn's all-seeing gaze. But as you wish. My final question, what brought you to the bazaar? Yes, fascinating. It's all coming together now. Listen carefully, for the fortune I tell you may very well save your lives and the lives of many. Ah, the mist resists. Gurn can't see much of your future, alas. But this I can tell you. Now I can clearly see you standing before a red balloon. The red balloon bursts without warning, and you stand covered in red blood. Beware. That is all I can see. Your path is hard, mamans. The fates have spoken to me. I must give you this key. May it be of no use.
So, wir haben einen Schlüssel. Und wofür ist das Ding? Der große Gurre starrt auf einem Punkt. In die Ferne und sind Gleise in einer unbekannten Sprache. Er will eure Frage scheinbar nicht beantworten.
Flab is a cabron who wouldn't recognize talent if it bit him in the belly. He claims the monster army already has some kind of mechanical fortune teller. But how could a machine possibly match my intuition? My gift? My panache? Flab is the leader of the monster army and has been for many decades, growing fat and slothful all the while. Beware the red balloon!
Der Kerl ist wirklich, ja, keine Worte darüber. Die fehlen einfach hier. So, die nächsten quatschen. Na los.
Howdy, strangers. Name's Six-Fingered Larry. Hunter. Though, it seems you find me plumb out of wares.
Der Papagei nimmt ihn kreisschrecklich. Er ignoriert den Vogel bewusst. So, unser interessanter Papagei ist ja zu verkaufen. Ja.
Him? You don't want him. Barrett's got a bit of an attitude problem. Tried to peck his way through a kid's skull the other week. If you insist, though, you'll have to talk to Polly yourself, because I got no say in what he's going to do. Who knows? I've only got 5 fingers on each hand, same as anyone else. Maybe it's got something to do with the fact I'm good with my hands. I'm not the sort who'd kiss and tell, though. Only that they make more money than I do. Bastards. But to answer your question, nah, I'm an honest businessman. I don't waste my time with criminals. Why don't you try the Mannerite? Yeah, the one with the suit. He knows all about the local lowlife. I'm no local, but ask me anything you want. I'll see if I can be useful. Me? Nah, I don't got the bona fides. That'd be Flab the Inhaler. He leads what's left of the monster army after the Patriarch gutted their ranks. As far as dictators go, he's actually not half bad. The Bazaar? It used to be something else. Now, it's just old and fat, wheezing through its last days. Easy pickings. What's on your mind? Oh, hey, Polly, you hear that, old buddy? These fine folks would like to adopt you.
Larry, my buddy, my pal. Come closer. I'll show you how it sounds to me.
Als Larry sich nähert, beißt Polly ihm fest in die Nase.
Oh, shit! Damn it!
That's how it fucking sounds to me, Larry. Sounds like some fucking bullshit. Wasting your time with this asshole. Talk to Polly. Talk to Polly. Polly wants you to gag on weak old shit leaking from a dead guy's ass. Piss off, Shitsmear. Piss off. Listen, shit for brains. Someone has to stick around to make Larry's life miserable. That's my job. I love that job. You hear that, Larry? Fuck you! Well, shit, you're right, you circus reject. I mean, you look like someone grafted a squid to a diseased vulva. But when you're right, you are right.
All right. He's yours if you pay the price. This sounds about fair, don't you think?
You fuckers!
Polly! Oh, well. Good riddance, really.
Welcome to the bazaar, little lambs. Behave yourselves.
Ja. So, als ihr euch den Anhänger nähert, rauscht es leise aus dem darauf punktierenden Lautsprechern.
What sacrifice do they bring to the door of monsters?
Wir wollen den Bezahlen.
The lambs speak. You know what? You asked me a straight question. The bazaar lies beneath your feet, covered by decades of snow. The only way in is through the gate beneath this RV. The only people who can open this gate, we, the Monster Army. If you want to get in here, you need to do one of two things. Buy an entrance pass, or get an established bazaar merchant to vouch for you. Sometimes we let Colorado's most famous in, but it's been years since such an exception was made.
Weißt du denn nicht, wer wir sind?
Huh, that's nice. Doesn't mean shit to me, but I'm happy for you.
Guckt denn also nicht, wie teuer ist denn das Ding?
More than it should, honestly. But that's what happens when one party has a monopoly on supply. Sorry. Anyway.
Was, wenn wir kein...
Stay warm.
Na, wir müssen uns irgendwo ein Ticket besorgen oder irgendeinen Arsch, der für uns birgt. Müssen wir erst was gucken. Ist hier irgendwas? Ja, da ist was. Ah, noch eine Kassette, toll.
Listen up, Masters. The next son of a bitch who says we're losing this war gets strung up by his nuts. You hear me? It doesn't matter how much territory we've lost. There's only one way inside the mall. As long as we control it, Buchanan can't touch us. He can sit out there with his army and pound snow for all I care. All we gotta do is hold out. The lamb and the wolf got different needs. Sooner or later, Buchanan will have to negotiate. And then we'll have him right where we fucking want him.
So, ist hier irgendwas? Ne, hier ist nichts vergraben. Oh, mal kurz zurück. Was ist denn da? Ach Mist, ich hab dich jetzt nicht auf dem Radar gehabt, du scheiß Drecksvieh. Aber okay, ich habe viele Einheiten, die wir jetzt schon den Angriff starten können. Ah, verdammte Rotze. Moment mal ganz kurz. Nein. Du hast diese Waffe da, ne? Ja. Ja, cool. Und nochmal bitte drauf. Perfekt.
That is how it's done.
Na, nichts Weltbewegendes. Verdammte Scheiße, ich hab den gar nicht auf dem Schirm gehabt. Nicht schon wieder. Oh, come on.
You want a brawl? Knock yourselves out.
TGU. Okay, und nochmal einen. Ah, total unnötig jetzt. Okay, die Crew machen ihren Job. So. Gucken wir mal gerade, wen ich jetzt einsetze, der wo vielleicht hier steigen könnte jetzt direkt. Wer ist das? Oh, du auch? Nicht? Nicht? Also wer steigt, ist er direkt. Ich will das jetzt machen. Und nochmal. Das ist nicht dein Ernst. Okay, Pistole. Nein. Yep. Erst die Stiegen. Wunderbar. Dann wollen wir mal. Also wir machen die Koordination voll. So, dann wäre das hier schon mal erledigt. Wunderbar. So, Mechanik haben wir 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Harter Hund haben wir auch 6 durch die Medaille. Wir machen das jetzt voll, ja. So.
Senor Bubbles! Where you at, payaso? The pigs are getting hungry.
Went up top for a food run. Got him a more clock turn, and I'm bringing him back now.
Órale! I'll get the cleavers ready.
So, da hinten war was. Ich konnte es aber jetzt nicht einordnen. Aber hier war irgendwas gerade.
Target acquired.
Schwarz mit einem Schuss weg. Perfekt. Ja, wunderbar. Alter, die bewegen sich aber auch manchmal nicht, ne? Das ist unfassbar. Und gib ihn. Wie, der ist noch nicht gestiegen. What the hell? Oh, Mann. Na gut, okay. Geht mal hier hin. Schon wieder so ein 5% Ding. Okay. Passt mal auf, dann machen wir jetzt doch was. Dann lohnt sich das jetzt wohl doch. Ja. Scharfschütze, Waffen modifizieren. 5%. Ne, Reichweite. 5% kritische Chance und der Unterlauf hat 3%. Ja, komm. Was setzen wir das? Ja, dann lohnt sich das doch auf jeden Fall. Ne, da eher weniger. Automatische Ding hier. 0,1% und der hat Trefferchance 5%. Ah, der hat kritischer Schaden. Nee, 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 da lassen wir es erstmal so, wie es ist. So, war was? Au, eine gruselige Puppe. Plus 15. Verleiht allen Truppenlinien einen Bonus von 15. Ey, das ist ja genial. Upsa, falsch. Das müssen wir jetzt mal gucken. Das heißt, wir haben jetzt 15 Leben gekriegt dazu. $15 umsonst. Lucy. Hat die echt so wenig gehabt? 55? Echt? Moment mal, bei Lucy muss ich mal gucken. Ja, da werden wir mal bei der Lucy dem nächsten Mal hier noch die 35 dazu machen, weil die braucht, die auch mal über die 100 kommt. Wird dann doch manchmal eine Nummer zu schwach. Ja, wo gehen wir lang? Ist eine gute Frage, ne? Was ist dein Problem? Mach das Ding auf. Oh. Oder hat er das jetzt schon gemacht? Er hat das wohl schon gemacht, okay. Ich habe das aber nicht gesehen, was das drin war. Aber es dürfte nicht so viel sein. Moment, da haben wir was. Warte mal. Immer gut. So, wir gucken nochmal, ob hier noch was ist. Das haben wir. Ein Hase. Ab hier hoch. Okay.
Might be somebody in that greenhouse.
Hier scheint es ordentlich abzugehen. Ich gucke jetzt mal gerade Zeit und ich würde sagen, das ist ein guter Takt hier, den Part zu beenden. Und dann starten wir im nächsten Part hier. Ich denke, im nächsten Part wird es hier übelst abgehen, das sehe ich jetzt schon. Aber das hier mal im nächsten Part, das war's von dem Part. Bis dann und ciao, ciao.